Hello friends, Nishant here. I welcome you all in this series of online lectures. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the exercise and some of the questions answer related to sonnet number 18. So without wasting our time, let's start. First of all, I will explain you synonyms. Synonyms are words that are similar. Synonyms are words that are similar. Lovely means beautiful. Lovely means beautiful. Possession means control. Possession means control. Shine means glow. Temperate means mild. Temperate means mild. O means indebted. O means indebted. Now comes to antonyms. Antonyms are words that means opposite. Synonym means similar. Antonym means opposite. Rough antonyms of rough is smooth. Antonyms of short is long. Antonyms of heaven is hell. Antonyms of fair is ugly. Antonyms of give is take. Antonyms of decline is rise. Antonyms of day is night. This is not external, this is eternal. This is eternal. So antonyms of eternal is ending or temporary. So that's all about the synonyms and antonyms. Now comes to our question and answer exercise. First of all, I will explain you very short questions. The first one is, who is the poet of sonnet number 18? All of you know William Shakespeare is the poet of sonnet number 18. Second is, to whom this poem is addressed. So this poem is addressed to poet's friend. And what is the name of his friend? Earl of Southampton. Earl of Southampton. The third one is, what is the rhyme scheme? I mentioned in last lecture that the rhyme scheme of sonnet number 18 is AB AB, CD CD, EF EF, GG. AB AB, CD CD, EF EF, GG. Next one is, the eye of heaven means. I explained in my last lecture that eye of heaven used for sun, and this is an example of personification. So eye of heaven used for sun. The next one is, poetic device in the line, so long as man can breathe or eyes can see. In this line, hyperbole is the poetic device used. Hyperbole is our statement, or we can say in simple language, hype. To create a hype. The purpose of hyperbole is to create a larger than effect. So that's the meaning of hyperbole. Now comes to our next slide. Who is the referred? I explained you in my last class that the means you, and the referred to poet's friend. Who is the compared to? The compared to summer's day. All of you know that in this sonnet, William Shakespeare compared his friend to summer's day. What does the poet say about the month of May? Remember the line, which I explained in my last lecture that in summer season the rough wind shakes the lovely birds of May. The rough wind shakes the lovely birds of May. Who is lovelier than summer's day? Obvious in this poem, who is lovelier? Poet's friend is more lovelier than summer's day. How long will poet's friend remain alive? In concluding part or in a couplet, Shakespeare explained that as long as man can breathe or eyes can see, his friend's beauty will remain, or his friend will remain alive, which is very short season. All of you aware that in this sonnet, Shakespeare explained that summer season is a very short season. Summer is not constant, but his friend's beauty is more constant as compared to summer. What declines according to the poet? Shakespeare said that every beautiful thing declines someday. Remember the line which I explained in my last lecture that Shakespeare explained that every beautiful thing declines someday because of accident or by nature's natural course. What shall death not brag about? Shakespeare said that death shall not brag that it has killed his friends. In summary part, I explain you that even death has no power over the beauty of Shakespeare's friend, because Shakespeare's friend maybe physically dies, but his beauty will remain forever through the poem of Shakespeare. His beauty will remain forever because Shakespeare wrote poem on his friend. Where will the poet's friend remain alive? His friends remain alive in his poetry. So that's all about very short questions. I hope all of you understand. These are very easy questions. Now comes to short and long questions. The first one is, who is the referred to in a first line of the poem? This is the very important question. The means you, and the stand for Shakespeare friend. And what is the name of his friend? Earl of Southampton. So the referred to Shakespeare friend Earl of Southampton. He tells that his beauty is more gentle and lovely than summer. Shakespeare said that his friend's beauty is more gentle and lovely as compared to summer. The second one is, how does the poet praise the eternal summer? The poet says that the summer season is very sweet. In this sonnet, Shakespeare also praised the summer. But Shakespeare said that summer season is sweet, but it's short. Rough winds disturb the birds of May. Sometimes the sun shines brightly, but sometimes it is covered with clouds. But his friend's beauty is more constant. His friend's beauty is eternal, immortal. So that's how Shakespeare praised the summer. Now How does the poet compare eternity with mortality? Poet says that the beauty of this world is mortal. Shakespeare clearly mentions that. I explained in my last lecture that each and every beautiful thing exists in this world will have to die one day. Each and every beautiful thing will have to lose its beauty. But his friend's beauty is eternal and it will remain alive in his poetry. In next one, how does the poet talk about death? Shakespeare said that death is the end of this life. It's very true. Death is the end of this life. Every beautiful thing of the world, this should be spelled as the. Every beautiful thing of the world dies one day, but it has no power over his friend's beauty. Shakespeare said that death has no power over his friend's beauty. Why? Because he wrote poem on his friend. That's why his friend's beauty will remain forever, as long as there is life on earth. Now comes to long questions. The first one is, in these long questions, I will provide you some important facts. You should write these answers in your own language by using these important facts. That's the best way to study. You should develop your own idea. The first question is, what does the poet say about the summer season and his friend's beauty? Shakespeare said that every beautiful thing lose its beauty. I explain same thing again and again, because these are very important things. Shakespeare mentioned that every beautiful thing exist in this world will lose its beauty because of accident or because of nature's natural course. But his friend's beauty remain constant. His friend's beauty will never end. Even death has no power over his friend's beauty. Why? Because Shakespeare wrote poem on his friend. Shakespeare said that summer season is too short as compared to his friend. But his friend's beauty is immortal. His friend will remain forever, because he wrote poem on his friends. I hope you find the answer of that question. Now comes to next question. What is the theme of poem Sonnet 18? So what is the theme? The first one is poetry is eternal. It means poetry will remain forever. As long as there is life on earth, poetry will remain. He admires his friends. He admires his friend. His friend's beauty will never end because he wrote poem on him. That is the most important line of this sonnet. It will come again and again. You will find this line again and again. His friend's beauty will never end because he wrote poem on him. He compared his friend to summer's day. And throughout the sonnet, he want to prove his idea that his friend's beauty is more constant, more lovely than summer. His his friend is more beautiful as compared to summer. His friend is eternal. His friend's beauty is eternal. His friend's beauty is immortal. His friend's beauty is forever. So that's the theme of the poem sonnet number 18. Poetry is eternal, admiring his friend. His friend's beauty will never end. He compares his friend with summer's day. His friend's beauty is more constant as compared to summer. How does the poet immortalize his friend's beauty? How? Because, very simple question. Because Shakespeare wrote poem on his friend, that's why his friend's beauty become immortal, or we can say eternal. In final couplet, or we can say in concluding part of this sonnet, Shakespeare clearly explain that so long as man can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this and these five lives to thee. It means as long as humanity or as long as life on earth, his friend's beauty will remain. As long as man can breathe or eyes can see means as long as there is life on this earth, his friend's beauty will remain. His friend's beauty is more constant. His friend is more lovelier. His friend's beauty is eternal. His friend's beauty is immortal. So that's the main basic idea of this sonnet. Shakespeare in this poem compares permanence and shortness. Shakespeare in this poem compares permanence and transience. Transience means shortness. Shakespeare clearly mentions that earthly things like summer and beautiful things are temporary. They will disappear one day. But his friend's beauty is eternal, immortal. His friend's beauty will never end. As long as there is life on earth, his friend's beauty will remain. He explained that death is powerless before his friends. He said that even death has no power over the beauty of his friend. He said that when his friend physical dies, he will still remain alive in Shakespeare poetry. He said that when his friend dies, he will still remain alive in Shakespeare's poetry. So that's how Shakespeare compares permanence with transience. He said that his friend's beauty is eternal, immortal. His friend's beauty will never end. His friend's beauty will remain forever. So that's the long questions. So we have done exercise. We have done short answers, very short answers, long answers. I hope all of you understand what is the main idea of this sonnet. Now this is the most important slide. In this slide, I will explain you my own trick. These are the some major points which comes again and again in this sonnet. So you should remember these points and explain these points in your own language in examination. That's the best way to study. This is the best way to study. So what are these points? The first one is eternal, immortal, beauty, nature, summer, eye of heaven, birds of May, poem on friend, death shall not brag, life on earth, his friend's beauty will remain forever. So these are the key points in this poem. So remember all these points. I made short trick for you. The short trick is Bhai Saheb. Bhai Saheb. In Bhai Saheb, B used for beauty, B used for birds, H for heaven, I for immortal, S for summer, E for life on earth. So that's how you can remember these points. I know it's not easy. This is not a cup of tea. It's very hard to remember all these points. But I try my best. I made some very simple trick for you. Bhai Saheb. In Bhai Saheb, B for beauty, B for birds, H for heaven, I for immortal, S for summer, E for life on earth. So these are the main points discussed in this sonnet. Eternal, immortal, beauty, nature, summer, eye of heaven, birds of May, poem on friend, death shall not break, life on earth, his friend's beauty will remain forever. So that's the main and major point used in this sonnet. This sonnet is all about Shakespeare's friend's beauty, and to prove his idea, Shakespeare said that his friend beauty will remain forever. Why? Because he wrote poem on his friend. Even death has no power on his friend's beauty. And summer's beauty is not constant as compared to his friend. So that's the main idea of this sonnet. Now there is homework for you. First of all, you should read all these slides and try to answer yourself. The first one is, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Is sonnet number 18. The rhyme scheme is AB AB. The theme that Shakespeare explore in sonnet number 18. What is the theme? Who is the sonnet addressed to? The poet compare his beloved to. The word temperate means compared to a summer's day. The poet friend is the rough winds of summer. Summer has the eye of heaven. So these are very simple questions, and I hope all of you will able to answer all of these questions. So thank you once again. Stay home, stay safe.